Have you ever bought something and immediately regretted it? Or convinced yourself that everyone's staring at you when you make a small mistake? Your brain is playing tricks on you, and it happens at least 7 times every single day. Today, I'm revealing the psychological tricks your own mind uses against you, and, more importantly, how to outsmart them. By the end of this video, you'll understand why you make certain decisions, why you remember some things but forget others, and why your brain literally rewrites your memories. This isn't about manipulation or dark psychology. This is about understanding yourself better. And trust me, once you know these tricks, you'll never see your decisions the same way again. Let's start with the one that costs people thousands of dollars every year. Imagine you're shopping for a laptop. You see one for $2,000, then another for $1,200. Suddenly, that $1,200 laptop seems like a great deal, right? But here's the thing. If you'd seen the $1,200 laptop first, without the $2,000 comparison, you might have thought it was expensive. This is called the anchoring effect. Your brain latches on to the first piece of information it receives and uses it as a reference point for everything that follows. Why do restaurants put a $50 steak on the menu? To make the $30 steak look reasonable. Why do sales always show the original price crossed out? Because your brain anchors to that higher number. Why do salary negotiations depend heavily on who makes the first offer? Because that first number becomes the anchor for the entire discussion. Before making any decision, especially financial ones, ask yourself, am I comparing this to something arbitrary or to its actual value? Research your own reference points instead of accepting the ones given to you. Remember that time you tripped in public and felt like everyone was watching and judging you? Here's the truth. They weren't. The spotlight effect makes us believe people notice and care about our mistakes way more than they actually do. Studies show we overestimate how much others notice our appearance and behavior by up to 50%. Researchers at Cornell University had students wear embarrassing t-shirts to class. The students estimated that 50% of their classmates would notice. The reality? Less than 25% even remembered seeing the shirt. This psychological trick causes unnecessary anxiety, stops us from taking risks, and makes us waste energy on things nobody else cares about. Next time you feel self-conscious, remember the 2-week rule. Will anyone remember this in 2 weeks? If not, it's the spotlight effect talking, not reality. Your brain loves being right so much that it actively ignores information that proves you wrong. Think about it. If you believe you're unlucky, you'll notice every red light, every rainy day, every minor inconvenience. But you'll completely ignore the green lights, sunny days, and lucky breaks. Our brains are like lawyers, not scientists. Instead of looking for truth, they look for evidence to support what we already believe. Why do people stay in toxic relationships? But they were nice that one time. Why do we think our favorite sports team is always unfairly treated by referees? Confirmation bias. Why does social media become an echo chamber? Because we follow people who think like us. The antidote is simple but not easy. Actively seek information that challenges your beliefs. Follow people you disagree with. Question your assumptions. Your brain will resist, but your understanding of the world will expand dramatically. Quick question. What's more dangerous, sharks or cows? If you said sharks, you've just experienced the availability heuristic. Your brain judges probability based on how easily you can recall examples. The truth? Cows kill 5 times more people annually than sharks. But when did you last see a horror movie about killer cows? Our brains evolved to remember dramatic, emotional events for survival. But in modern life, this makes us terrible at assessing actual risks. Why do we fear plane crashes more than car accidents, despite cars being 2,000 times more dangerous? The availability heuristic. Why do lottery winners make us think we have a chance? We remember winners, not millions of losers. Why does one bad experience with a food make us avoid it forever? Because that memory is vivid and easily recalled. When making decisions, ask, am I basing this on actual statistics or just memorable stories? Look for data, not drama. You're 2 hours into a terrible movie. Do you leave or finish it because you've already invested the time? If you stay, you're falling for the sunk cost fallacy, throwing good time after bad. We stay in dead-end jobs because we've put in years. We finish food we don't want because we paid for it. We maintain toxic friendships because of shared history. We continue failed projects because of past investment. We're loss-averse creatures. Our brains feel losses twice as intensely as equivalent gains. So we keep investing in losing situations, hoping to justify past decisions. Ask yourself, if I was starting fresh right now, would I choose this? Ignore what you've already spent. It's gone. Focus only on future value. Here's a paradox. The less you know about something, the more confident you feel about it. This is the Dunning-Kruger effect, and it explains why beginners often feel like experts while actual experts doubt themselves. There are 4 stages: unconscious incompetence, you don't know what you don't know; conscious incompetence, you realize how much you don't know; conscious competence, you know but it takes effort; and unconscious competence, true expertise. Most people are stuck at stage 1 in multiple areas of life, making confident but terrible decisions. Why do people give medical advice after Googling symptoms? Dunning-Kruger. Why does everyone think they're above-average drivers? Dunning-Kruger. Why does imposter syndrome hit hardest when you're actually succeeding? Because real competence comes with awareness of complexity. Embrace being a beginner. The moment you think you've figured something out completely, you've stopped learning. True wisdom is knowing what you don't know. This one's scary. Your brain doesn't just forget things, it actively creates false memories. Every time you remember something, you're not accessing a video file. You're reconstructing the memory, and each reconstruction changes it slightly. Researchers showed people childhood photos with one fake image photoshopped in. After 3 interviews, 50% of participants had memories of the fake event, complete with emotions and details that never happened. Why do witnesses to the same event tell different stories? False memories. Why do you and your siblings remember childhood differently? Different reconstructions. Why does nostalgia make the past seem better than it was? Your brain enhances positive memories. Why do arguments about what you said usually both people being honest? Because you both remember differently. Your most confident memories might be partially fiction. Your brain fills gaps with likely scenarios influenced by your current beliefs and emotions. Accept that memory is imperfect. In important situations, document immediately, and be humble about your recollections. Others' different memories might be equally real to them. These aren't flaws in your brain, they're features that helped our ancestors survive. But in our complex modern world, these mental shortcuts often lead us astray. The good news, just knowing these tricks exist reduces their power over you. You can't eliminate them completely, but you can catch yourself in the act. Which of these 7 tricks affects you the most? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'm genuinely curious about your experiences. If this video opened your eyes to how your mind really works, you'll love what's coming next. I'm creating a whole series on practical psychology that actually improves your daily life. No dark manipulation, just genuine understanding. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to join our community of curious minds. Together, we're learning to understand ourselves better, one psychological insight at a time. Until next week, stay curious and remember, your brain is powerful, but now you know its tricks.